Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's Varsity Girls Soccer Senior Night game between the Eldred Yellow Jackets taking on the Ellenville Blue Devils. So good evening once again, alongside Hayden Budd, Jack Henry on hand. Delighted to have you with us tonight live on YouTube, Tuesday, October the 21st. So Hayden, first game of a home-and-home set, the final home game for the Ellenville Blue Devil girls team. How did they come away with the win tonight?
Well, both teams are struggling to win games. So for both teams, really, it's going to be maintaining possession, having a strong defense, having a strong attacking play, and coming up good with their goalkeeper, but definitely maintaining possession, utilizing counterattacking play, and successfully breaking is definitely going to be a necessity here to win.
And they have the Eldred Yellow Jackets coming in with a record of 8-2-1, so they've been pretty dominant all season long. So what has worked so well for them that they can be able to find a way to put into this game and come away with a win?
Well, I don't really know because I haven't watched any of their games, but I can imagine they have probably used their strikers and midfield very well, as well as their midfield, defense, and goalkeeping. Probably all been quite good to maintain a pretty good record like that. So Eldred definitely, to win this game, they're going to have to deny Ellenville possession, deny them good attacking chances, and deny them of defensive abilities, being able to capitalize on corners, poor passing possibly in the backfield, and just, a high press, keep the goalkeeper and their back line on their toes the whole game.
All right, so as mentioned, too, at halftime we will recognize the 7 seniors on the team. Caitlin Brousseau, number 17. Ayana DeMornay, number 12. Brianna Collins-Cox, number 6. Lila Denman, number 3. Mariah Canty, number 2. Melanie Perez, number 22. And Angela Litz, number 19. So both teams will head out to the field. Again, this is the final ever game in this tower, the final ever game on this field for fall sports. So a bit of a bittersweet day for both of these soccer teams being the last to play here. Yeah. But it will be very exciting for the future as we will have the new turf field set in stone in approximately 2 years. So that'll be something folks in Ellenville can be excited about. 40-minute halves, just like the boys' game on Friday. And we're excited to have you with us on this Tuesday night here in Ellenville, New York, between the Yellow Jackets and the Blue Devils. So again, this is the first of a home-and-home set. It was supposed to be the second, but the game yesterday in Eldred got rained out, so they moved it to tomorrow. So both teams will play their final game of the season, or at least Ellenville will, tomorrow in Eldred. It is 6:36, 61 degrees, and there's the whistle, and we are underway in this one. Goes for a shot right away, and that's going to go to Eldred's own defensive zone. I guess that was a practice shot. Bit of a miscommunication here. All right, there's the start of the game right away. So the time is still ticking, so there's 39:15 to go in the half, and number 7 for Eldred right away in the zone. Number 23 gets right past a shot there, and that's going to go to the side, and that's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Ellenville ball on a counterattack. It'll be a goal kick for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils in pink, and the Yellow Jackets in white. And that Ellenville trying to clear it to midfield, and it goes right back to Eldred trying to get into the offensive zone. Gets around And that's going to go out of bounds once again. And it looks like this time it'll be a corner kick, Eldred's ball.
Can you hear me breathing in the mic? All right.
All right, corner kick here, and that's going to be a goal right away for the Yellow Jackets. Offensive pressure there. The Blue Devils defense couldn't get it, and they strike first. Just 2 minutes into this one.
Well, that's a strong start from Eldred, capitalizing on a corner. Like I said, that's going to be a big part in this game, being able to take corners and score from them.
All right, so the ball will be placed back in midfield. Kinsey will kick it back, most likely to Denman, and she will. Kicks it up the field right to Eldred. And they're going to need a counter response here. As Eldred, good block there by Melanie. Melanie Perez with that block there in Ellenville. And it goes right back to midfield. Missed the ball there, and Ellenville is going to try to get some defense going. That's number 10. Which is Megan Wright. And Denman's got the ball. She's going to pass it to Kinsey. Kinsey has it in midfield, and it gets turned over to Eldred. And Eldred is going to try to kick up the field. Megan Wright is the number there. Oh, and it gets right past him.
That's a great ball in and a great finish. Beat the keeper.
Good read there by Eldred's offense there, getting it past the defense and getting it past the goalkeeper.
Definitely, but Ellenville definitely should have had better defensive coverage there. Should not have anyone getting into the box like that, completely unmanned.
So 5 minutes into this one, it is 2-0 in favor of Eldred. Again, Eldred coming in with a record of 8-2-1. And Denman's going to kick it up once again. Right to Eldred in their own zone. Loses the ball, but keeps it in bounds. It's going to get the ball back up to midfield. See if we can get a number there, and they do. But it'll go right back to Eldred's number 12. Right to Kinsey. Keeps it in bounds. That might go out on their defense. It looks like it will, so it'll be a throw-in for Denman and the Ellenville Blue Devils facing a 2-0 deficit early on.
Very early substitutions from Ellenville. Definitely not a common occurrence.
Throw in there. That's Angelina Rodriguez. It's number 6. Or 11, sorry. Eldred, though, is going to get it, and they're going to try to keep it in bounds.
We're definitely seeing, though, Ellenville struggling to really get anything, especially midfield, which is a vital area they control. And so far, they've yet to do it.
Eldred's dominating in midfield right now, and they have a wide open, and that's going to be tripped down there. Good block there by the defense, and now, oh, look at this. Eldred may have a chance here, gets past her, no whistle on the play, gets past another number. Good defense there on the play, and it goes out of bounds. It looks like it'll be a corner kick for the Yellow Jackets. Corner kick here for the Yellow Jackets, and it's going to get away, and Ellenville, you want to try to clear this one. It goes out of bounds right to the Yellow Jackets, so they do clear it out of bounds.
Ellenville definitely had a better option, though. It looked like Eldred was not really pressing that ball like they should have. Probably could have made an extra pass getting in the midfield, but still a good clearance.
It's a throw in there, and let's see. Ellenville's going to end up on top of it. It'll stay Eldred ball. This one will be a corner kick. Over the net.
Definitely didn't connect with the ball the way they wanted, but Ellenville are going to come away with the defensive stand.
I think that's Charlotte Zielinski in net tonight for the Blue Devils. They've been rotating goalies all season long. Their goalies were injured. And Charlotte's been a bright spot in net for the Blue Devils in this season. Kicks it across, and it's going to go off the shin of the Yellow Jackets offense right there. So Ellenville will get a throw in here. Close to midfield. Goes right to Eldred. They have a number there, but they have a plethora of defense from Ellenville. And they fail to clear it. And this could be disastrous, but they get the numbers. Oh, and just missed it. And that's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be Ellenville ball.
Despite the two early goals so far, no team really showing any clear sense of rhythm right now.
And here's Eldred trying to get around Denman, trying to clear it, but it goes right to Eldred. Gets to their number, Denman. Right back to Eldred right here, lost the ball and gets past Ellenville's defense, finds a way around, and a good block there by DeJesus. And Denman trying to look to clear it, finds Kinsey. The ball goes to midfield, but Eldred's going to come back on top of it. But Kinsey gets the ball back. Kinsey dancing with the ball. Finds Denman. A kick there. It'll go out of bounds off of Eldred. So Ellenville will stay with the ball.
Ellenville definitely now showing signs of attacking quality, but still just unable to maintain possession when it matters. And if they don't fix that, the game's definitely going to go out of their reach.
A throw into Kinsey. Kinsey gets around. Gets around the defender. Still trying to get around the defender. Eldred's going to come back on top of it. They have the ball at midfield. Losing the defense on that one. Kinsey has the ball at midfield. Stops, finds Denman. Denman back to Kinsey. Kinsey trying to get the ball back from Eldred. Eldred playing tight defense. Denman gets around the defender on that one. And that ball could roll out of bounds.
Just keeps it in.
Just keeps
possibly.
it will go out.
And mark it out. Tough to see from up here.
And a throw in, just barely in. There's number 9 for Eldred. And there's Megan. Past midfield. Eldred's going to come back on top of it. Lucia Fernandez to Denman. Gets around number 7 of Eldred. Finds Kinsey once again. Nothing there, but Eldred's going to get it back in midfield. Getting it to the offensive zone. Fernandez playing tight defense on that one, and that's going to go right back to Eldred in their own zone. Clears it out. And there's a number for Eldred. This could be a chance, and it goes just wide.
Just wide. Definitely a good break from Eldred. And we do have to point out, Ellenville's defense compared to their midfield, when in position, maybe a little too far apart, which is possibly why they're getting caught out on the break so much.
kick there from Zielinski, the goalkeeper. Eldred's number 12 has the ball right now. They're finding a way to get around. Pass there. Let's see if Ellenville's defense can get a foot on that ball, and they do. There's a shot, and that's also in the back of the net.
Again, Ellenville just struggling to make passes where it matters and when it matters. You can't be making a pass that poor in that kind of position.
As Hayden said it best, and Ellenville's got to pay the price, 3-0.
Definitely, though, a good attacking play from Eldred. Able to keep that high press and paying it off with pretty early 3 goals.
That's Megan Wright at midfield. With the kick here to Kinsey. Kinsey with the kick past midfield. It goes off Wright's foot. Past Denman, it'll go out of bounds. And there's a throw-in. Past Ellenville's defense right there. And Eldred's going to come back on top of it. But Ellenville, with the defensive play, can't quite clear it.
Eldred's pressing so far has been very good. Capitalizing on Ellenville's.
Megan Wright in the offensive zone now. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll go Eldred's way.
Definitely not what you want from your own throw-in.
And can Fernandez get past it? She can't. She gets the ball back once again, but Eldred, good block there. I believe is that Grace Manolfi, number 15? It is. And there's Rihanna Collins-Cox. Keeps it in is Eldred. It's number 14. There you finally see an offensive chance from Ellenville's offense there. And there's Fernandez. Gets it to midfield, 14 with another foot on that ball right there. And that's going to be a chance possibly for Eldred once again. She's left all alone. Gets a number, shot, just wide.
Ellenville definitely fortunate not to drop another point, because when you look at that defensive work, it's just messy in pretty much all areas. They definitely have to work on that or change their formation if they want to really settle their defense down. They've looked hesitant when they have the ball, hesitant when they pass, and Eldred's pressing game has just been the better matchup here.
And Eldred stays in this offensive zone, tries to clear it. Denman now can't quite clear it there. Eldred's going to get it back on offense. Fernandez kicks it right back. Let's see who ends up on top of this one. It's going to be Manolfi. Passing it back to Fernandez. And Manolfi's going to get it all the way out to midfield. Eldred's got some numbers there. Passing it over to a wide open number 9. Passing it. Good block there by Ellenville. Number 23 for Ellenville, which is Safara Maldonado. And Ellenville's going to get it out to midfield, where there's Megan Wright passing it over to Denman. Passing it over to Kinsey. Passing it over to Megan Wright. And there's Grace Manolfi. Megan Wright trying to get around. And that's going to go out of bounds. But it will go Ellenville's way, so there's an offensive chance for them.
Definitely, Ellenville show a bit more quality there. But you definitely see they have to change something, their tactics or something. It's just not working right now. Just passes, heavy touches are just not working right now.
Here's a throw in from Denman. Out of bounds once again from Eldred. Finds Kinsey. He's going to kick it right to Eldred. Kinsey got a foot on the ball, and she's going to get it. Gets around. This could be a chance. It's going to go out of bounds, but Ellenville will still retain the ball. See if Ellenville can get a number there. They can't, and that leaves a wide open number 1 at midfield for Eldred. Ellenville has some numbers on defense, but this could be a chance for Eldred going coast to coast. A shot on this one, it's going to go wide out of bounds.
That was a very well done counterattack from Eldred. Just couldn't get the final product on it. Definitely, again, though, Ellenville just sloppy in their play. No real cohesion, it looks.
22 minutes left in this first half. Here's Kinsey. Finds Denman. Good pass there. Denman trying to get around. And that's going to be blocked once again. And Eldred's going to come back with the ball. There's Rodriguez with the ball. And that's going to go to Eldred at midfield, number 13. Finding the ball there. And that's going to get right to Eldred's number 7. This could be a chance. Goes to the outside. Oh, and she had the save, but gets it out. And there's Grace Manolfi. Eldred's going to come back on top of it. Lucy Fernandez got a foot on the ball. It's going to go out of bounds off of her, which will be a throw-in for number 13 on Eldred, which is Tabitha Smith. There's a throw-in. Eldred to the outside, shot. Good save by Zielinski.
Definitely a good save, but that defending is just woeful. You have 3 forwards just completely unmarked on that right flank. Definitely something you don't want to have. Corner here.
Fernandez trying to get a clear. He's going to go back. Clears it out to right. Gets it to midfield. So good counterattack so far by Ellenville. Keeps it in, but it's going to be a clear there for Eldred on the counterattack. And they get it back in the offensive zone. There's number 1, I believe. Gets it around. Let's see if Ellenville can get it clear. They do. Eldred will get back on top of it. There's Denman. Denman will find a pass to right. And Eldred will get it back in midfield. Denman trying to find a pass, but it goes right back to Eldred. The ball gets past Denman, and there's a collision there. As Eldred will get it back in the offensive zone. This could be a chance, trying to get around Ellenville's defense.
Good strong defensive play from Ellenville there.
And there's Mariah Kinsey trying to get around. She's going to get it to midfield. Oh, and it goes off her own player. That's Denman there. And there's Kinsey at midfield once again, trying to get around. And that's going to be a whistle. Whistle against Eldred, so it'll be Ellenville ball.
Ellenville definitely creating a bit more attacking play, some more chances here, definitely. But necessarily, you can't do that. They need to find some sort of organization to really get the ball in control in midfield and create better fulfilling chances.
And Eldred is dominating numbers right there. Not too much. Oh, she trips!
Looked like a dive there. Didn't look like that had too much in it. Looked pretty late as well.
Now Denman trying to get around the defense. And she does. She finds a pass. But Eldred's going to come back on top of it. They're going to clear it to midfield. And there's Kinsey. Eldred's going to come back with the ball. Being guarded by Kinsey there's Eldred. And she will get around. This could be a chance. This is a 4-on-3. 5-on-3. A shot. Good block there. I believe that's Cassie Boyd. Another shot. And she just misses it. Can't get the one-timer.
Ellenville's defense, again, lucky. It just looks unorganized in most of the space. It only looked like they had 3 defenders there. Most of their manpower's up front, where they just can't seem to maintain possession right now.
Not the best of passes there, trying to get it out, but good defensive play by Ellenville. And there's a clear that they're looking for, but it will go to Eldred. A very dangerous kick in from Ellenville, but Cassie Boyd, misses it. And there's another miss by Eldred on a one-timer. Can't quite get it, but she will try to get the ball back. But there's Lucy Fernandez. She gets it clear to Manolfi. She misses the ball, but the ball gets all the way back to midfield, where Eldred will reset. Almost had a number there. We'll go to Kinsey. Whoa.
Eldred definitely with a promising position here from this free kick.
Free kick from Eldred here. Just wide.
Less than ideal, however. Just couldn't strike it properly. Not a terrible effort, though.
Let's see how Ellenville can counterattack here. With 15:35 to go in this opening half, they face a 3-goal deficit.
Not older play's been awful, but it just isn't working right now. Something has to be done with the formation, possibly swapping to a more offensive or midfield holding formation to really try and just get something on the ball here.
The ball will bounce to midfield where Megan Wright is there. Gets around the defender. And there's Denman right in midfield. That's going to get blocked by Eldred's number 18 to number 10. There's a plethora of defenders for Ellenville, though, to number 10. She's going to get around Ellenville, and there was 14 there. It'll be Eldred's ball. It goes out on 14.
Just want to point out here, look how open Eldred's offense is right here. Ellenville's defense is just so swarmed. But they are in the counterattack, so who knows?
Megan Wright had a chance on that one. Eldred will come back on top with the ball.
Commentator's curse.
And there's Kinsey. The ball gets away. This could be a chance for Fernandez if she can get past this number. She can get past her. She will. And Eldred's going to clear it out of bounds. Or that's Rihanna, number 6. But great effort there by Ellenville, trying to get some kind of offense going. They have it in the offensive zone. Denman with the throw-in. She's going to find Megan Wright. She's being triple-teamed right now. This could blocked there. And there's Kinsey. Whiffed on it. And that's going to go all the way out to midfield. Lucy Fernandez is there. Good play by her.
Definitely good defending.
And finds a wide open number 12. Past midfield. So counterattack for Eldred. That's a good block there. Looks like a hold or something. It'll go Eldred's way.
Again, we just keep seeing it. Ellenville's defense caught out by Eldred's counterattacking. And again, with the positioning, you have to ask, are they going to possibly bring in an extra CDM? have a bit of a better grip defensively.
Oh, that went way past.
Definitely not the best corner we've ever seen.
And Ellenville will have the ball. 12 and a half to go in this half. Kinsey will get the kick. Looking for Denman, but it'll go to Rihanna Collins-Cox. Will go out on her. So it will be Eldred ball.
Eldred definitely have dominated possession this game, as you can tell by the 3-0 score line.
It'll go out of bounds once again. This could be a chance for Eldred. Shot, and it's in the back of the net. Go.
Ellenville's defense there, just holding the ball in a bad area. You have to clear that, or you have to find someone who's open. Maybe just a quick back pass to the keeper to clear it away. You can't hesitate and hold on to the ball like that in that kind of area, as you can see. Again, something has to be done to really get Ellenville somehow back into this game. Looks like they may be switching the goalkeeper.
They are.
Could be helpful, but it could be not. Most of these goals are not the keeper's fault. The defense has just been called out so many times. Just not marking their man. You can't blame that on the keeper.
Teams usually do this to try to motivate their players and try to find a way to light some kind of fire. So it looks like Mariah Kinsey will be going in net for the Blue Devils, and Denman clears it all the way out. I mean, that's been a common theme with this team, and it just hasn't been working.
Yeah, their attacking play just seems to clear it. Maybe try and get a throw in a good area, which is something we do see with professional teams such as PSG. A lot of teams do it now. You can win possession in good areas, but that only works if you have a good high press and a competent, forward partnership. It just doesn't work if you can't maintain the ball, make poor passes and poor decisions on it. It just doesn't work.
And there's Zielinski right away coming out of the net, but it will go right back to Eldred, who's wide open in midfield. There's a couple numbers right there. It's number 5 for Eldred, looking for a pass, but she will get around the defenders, or most of them. There's Denman trying to find Megan Wright. Can't quite get there. The ball's in midfield. Denman trying to find something. It'll go to number 14 once again, Navarro. And there's a clear by Eldred. 4 defenders back there. Shelby Ayer right there. And there's Lucy Fernandez. It'll go out of bounds. Ellenville will get a throw-in. It'll go to Zielinski, but it'll go right back to Eldred's number 18 at midfield. Zielinski trying to get a play on the ball, and she does get control of it, but it'll go right back to midfield with Rodriguez, and Eldred will get a clear to midfield. And there's number 10 trying to get to the offensive zone, but no one there for Eldred, and there's going to be Ayer on the block, and it'll go right out of bounds. It'll be Eldred ball. Number 17 with a throw-in. She's got a couple numbers. Find somebody wide open. This could be a shot, but they find a way to get out of it. Ellenville's defense. And there's Denman to 14. Gives it right back to Eldred. Wide open player for Eldred. That's number 10. Fernandez is on the defense right there. Keeps it in. Good play there by Fernandez. Eldred will get control of the ball. Nice block there. Ellenville getting some defense, but Eldred coming back with the ball. A kick there, and that'll go right to Kinsey. Under 8 minutes to go in this half. And there's a clear attempt to Denman, almost at midfield. Eldred's going to come back out with the ball. Gets past Denman, and Denman's going to get the ball back. He's going to find Zielinski. Denman's going to get around. Blocked there by Eldred. There were some offensive numbers there for Ellenville. Collins Cox, can she beat her out? And she will. Could this be a chance? No, it will not. It'll go out of bounds. Off of Zielinski.
Definitely good defending from Eldred. And again, just Ellenville's offense seems cluttered at times. Players are within touching distance of each other on the same team. You can't have that. You need to have space. You need to have at least one or two attacking lanes to make a good pass or a through ball or something to create a chance. And we're just not seeing that.
Denman will get the ball, get some elevation on that. Zielinski, and that'll go out of bounds. Ball will go to midfield. Fernandez with a block. Good play there.
Ellenville definitely lucky to win that. Their midfield just absent, it seems. Just one midfielder there in the midfield, if they are a midfielder. It's just been very shaky play from Ellenville so far.
Throwing for Eldred. It'll go out to midfield. Kicks it back. It'll go out of bounds. It'll go Ellenville's way. Under 6 minutes to go in this half. There's a throw-in. Good block there by Ellenville. And now it'll be in the offensive zone for Eldred. Can they keep it in? And they will. Boyd with the block there.
Eldred do get a free kick here from that foul.
Again, time's still ticking. We are approaching 5 minutes remaining in this half. 3-0 in favor of the Eldred Yellow Jackets. 4-0, excuse me.
Could be 5-0 here. Who knows?
Let's hope not. Free kick here. What a save by Kinsey.
Definitely, that's a good save. Going down on the ball. Definitely good. Definitely a save that's needed here.
Now we'll need some numbers to get to midfield. See a good number of Ellenville players in their own zone.
Definitely. And I do want to point out the center backs are just very close to each other, especially with their left back or their right back here. They just need to fan out because when they're that compact, you can't make passes. You're either forced to clear or lose the ball, and you can't lose the ball in those areas.
And Fernandez will kick it out of bounds at midfield. So we approach 4 minutes to go. Eldred will get a throw in at around midfield.
And during spring break,
17 will get the throw in.
this is why I'm not going to talk to
Madison Gaeta
Like, this is why I'm not going to talk to her anymore. Because during spring break,
will find the throw in. It's number 9. Number 9 finds number 5. Number 5 finds Boyd all the way on the other side. And it'll go right back to number 3 for Eldred.
when school started, she changed up on me. And I was like, and then she was trying to talk to me.
There's Nunavero with a clear, and Eldred will get back on top of it. There's Denman. Hesitant with the ball there, and it'll go right back to Eldred.
And you know what? You know what?
It's really been the story of Ellenville's play so far, just hesitant. And if we look, they were running 4 defenders, and now it looks like there's 2. So it's just very shaky, inconfident play so far. It can change, but it needs to be done very quickly.
This could be a chance for Eldred, and it is in the back of the net, just in the corner.
Definitely a good finish from Eldred.
Just at the 3-minute mark, too.
Again, just as we were talking about the defense, although there are some positives to take away here, it's just being very overshadowed. You just can't have a defense operate like this and continue to operate like this, as we see with a 5-0 scoreline in the first half.
And they're cluttered, too, because you see Denman was hesitant because she couldn't find a pass.
Yes, definitely. They're a little hesitant on the ball, but you can't blame that all on one player. It's just when you have players so compacted together and with a team that can obviously perform a very well-organized high press, it's never going to work. You can't have a team this cluttered. You have to have open space.
Throw in for Ellenville right here. Eldred will get it back.
This is the one A1 that worked. That's got the charge.
And we are officially at 2 minutes.
Ellenville, though, with a good defensive clearance here, it does drop to Eldred.
Eldred at midfield now. It's Colin Cox, and Fernandez will have it. Blocked by Eldred. It'll go out on them.
Good option to win that throw in. We're seeing slightly confident play now from Ellenville's defense, it looks. Although, look at the formation. They're running what looks to be almost like a back 1 and 3 holding midfielders. If they're center back, their formation is definitely shaky, and something needs to be done about that going into the second half.
Denman finds a pass to Zielinski a little bit past midfield. Now Denman trying to get around. Can't get anything there, but she will retain the ball, but Eldred will come back on top of it.
Commentator's curse. Again.
I've done that numerous times.
I can tell.
Can Eldred get past it? They cannot, and there's going to be a collision on the play.
Definitely strong, but that might not be a foul. It looked a little, didn't look like there was much in it.
So I'd like to remind you, Angela Litz, Melanie Perez, Mariah Kinsey, Lila Denman, Rihanna Collins-Cox, Ayana DeMornay, and Caitlin Brusso will be all honored as seniors on tonight's senior night game. And there's a clear from midfield by Eldred, and they have some defensive numbers there. And that's going to be a block. This could be another chance for Eldred. But a good block there by Ellenville's defense, and Eldred will get it back on offense. Fernandez, who's been a bright spot on this defense, a whistle will be blown.
Definitely an outlier in performing fairly well. Ellenville's midfield, definitely, again, as you see, it's very cluttered. They got to change something. Again, as I keep repeating, they got to change something in the second half. If they even want to score one goal or even have a few more chances, as this game has definitely slipped away from them at this point.
Gets past midfield, Zielinski goes to Fernandez at midfield to Megan Wright. There's a clear by Eldred. It looks like that'll be the half. So the Eldred Yellow Jackets with a dominant first half, 5-0 the halftime score. We will have the senior recognition and the halftime, and we will be right back for the second half. You are watching the Ellenville Central School District varsity girls soccer team. Jack Henry alongside Hayden Budd. We're delighted to have you with us tonight, and we will be right back.
Freedom. Jack Fisher. Yeah, we Jack Henry.
Guys, they're honoring the girls. They have to be oh my God. Come on.
Baño. We're going to baño.
Try it.
Test. All right, I think we're all good. All right, everybody. As we said before the game, we are now going to recognize our senior athletes. So please take your seats and give a round of applause.
Hi, everybody. Before the girls it out here. I'm obviously not their coach. Coach Seja had a family emergency, and she was devastated not to be here. I am going to not do their speeches because she wants to personally give them to the girls themselves, but we will still honor them and have their family come out. Where did Megan go? Back on the field, thank you. Where's Megan? Guys. Okay, so I'm going to start with Caitlin Brousseau. She is our senior number 17. Let's hear it for her. Hello. Oh, Caitlin's favorite memory is singing Hamilton at an away game. And after senior year, she's going to college for graphic design. Okay, next would be Angela Litz. Angela's favorite memory is joining the team and getting to meet new girls and becoming close with a lot of them. And after college, she's continuing nursing at SUNY Ulster, and after that, going to Iona University. Is that not? Whatever. All right, next is Melanie. Melanie Perez. Melanie's favorite memory is when coach put her as goalie and it went horribly wrong, and she plans to do forensics and criminology. Next we have Ayana Dumornay. No, it's not. For Mariah, her favorite memory is bus rides home, and for college, she's going for psychology. Next is Brianna Cox. Her favorite memory is singing Bad Bunny on the way back from a game. And her plan for after high school is adolescent psychology. All right, next we have Mariah Kinsey. Her favorite memories of soccer is senior night every year. And after high school, she plans to go to college to be a radiology technologist. And last but certainly not least, we have Lila Denman. Her favorite memory is playing World Cup at the last practice every year. And after high school, her plan is to go to college for pre-law.
Fuck off. Holy shit, he's a YC. He's a YC. Guys, he's a YC.
If we can please give a round of applause for our seniors.
Thank you very much to Coach Tiffany for filling in. Congrats again to our senior. Let's give a big round of applause and wish them good luck in our second half of the game tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of this varsity girls senior night game between them and the Eldred Yellow Jackets. Checking in alongside Hayden Budd for this game. Hayden, talk about the first half.
Well, we saw quite a few things in the first half. Eldred definitely controlling possession, which they need to in order to deny Ellenville. And Ellenville really not looking sharp, not looking good, really, at all. There are some positives in the first half. Some of their attacking play was decent, but relying on one player to possibly score a goal while the rest of your team sits back and just watches the ball is not going to win you a game. That's not going to allow you to score a goal. Maybe, but very rarely is that going to happen. And Ellenville definitely need to change a lot of things going into the second half. They need to change their tactics, maybe instead of trying to counterattack every single second. Just reorganize, hold the ball in midfield, pass it down along, and try and get into the final third, into the box, and score. Or they can try going for a bit more of a just relaxed kind of game. They're 5 down. If they keep playing the way they are, they're not going to win this. So maybe just playing comfortably will allow them possibly just to play a little bit better, get them a little more relaxed on the ball because they've been very hesitant. They've held the ball for too long in areas where you can't hold the ball. You need to clear it, or you need to just find a better option instead of hold it and hesitate and wait for a team that obviously can do a very well high press to steal the ball. And that is why Ellenville is 5-0 down here.
What can they do to try to come back and make this game competitive?
Well, besides from all the negatives, there have been positives. Some of Ellenville's attack has been decent, and, you know, some of their defensive displays haven't been terrible. They've cleared the ball in good areas and good timing quite a few times. They've definitely shown some physical play, which is definitely a good sight, but it's just they're going to need more than they can take in 40 minutes to really get anything from this game.
Goalie change here, by the way, for Ellenville. They have Caitlin Brousseau in net, who's just recognized at halftime. Number 5 trying to keep it in bounds, and she will. They have it past midfield.
I just want to talk about changing the goalkeeper. This is the second time they've done it. They went from Zielinski to Kinsey to now Brousseau. That's not going to help you in any case. That's just going to really, that's not going to do anything. Most of the times, it's not been the keeper's fault. Maybe 1 or 2 goals, the keeper, you know, should have had a better effort, tried to save it. But when there's no defense and your goalkeeper is completely alone, the keeper stands no chance. I mean, most professional world-class keepers are not going to save the shots that are coming their way.
They probably wanted Kinsey back on offense here, and that's going to go out on Kinsey, by the way. Speaking of her, because not for nothing, she was one of the only guys attacking for Ellenville on offense. She was getting offensive chances there, so they probably, if they want to get back into this game, that's probably a strategy that they're going to want to use. By the way, Tiffany Hernandez is the interim coach for tonight. Coach Stubblefield is out tonight due to a family emergency, as you heard on the halftime, so that is the situation for tonight, and it's wide open in front of the net, and that's going to be elevated.
Ellenville need to clear that ball there. That's a dangerous position to be left in there.
It'll go wide. So Brousseau will have the ball. And Kinsey with the goal kick.
One other thing is that they don't let the keeper perform the goal kick. That's not an uncommon thing anymore in the modern game. But what Ellenville need definitely is an extra attacker out there, or someone in midfield. And why waste an extra player when you can just use your goalkeeper for a goal kick?
Goes right to Eldred, but out of bounds. Megan Wright with another throw in. The ball's in midfield. It'll go to Eldred, and Eldred has a number. It goes past, and there's a clear out. Gets past Ellenville there, and Eldred's going to come up with the ball, but Ellenville's going to get it back.
Definitely good defending from Ellenville. Not all their defensive display has been bad. There's obviously always going to be a positive in something, but it's just been overshadowed too much.
Eldred, he's going to get it back, and there's a number there. This could be a chance. Shot. Oh, what a goal. Off the crossbar.
Just can't place that really any better. That's a beautiful shot. Keeper doesn't just stand a chance at all. Definitely really struck it well. Keeper thought it was going to go over the bar, but you got to have that covered no matter what, because that can always come down like we saw there, and that's going to be 6-0 going in early into the second half, and that's just, to put it bluntly, an embarrassing display so far from Ellenville.
A bar-down goal there for Eldred to make it 6-0. Whistle's blown, and there is the opening kick. And Denman is going to try to find a pass. She will keep it herself, actually. Gets it to midfield, and there's a number there. But Eldred's going to get back to it at midfield. He's going to get around at midfield. Good block there. Denman's going to have it.
I do want to point out this Ellenville defense. Now they're finally coming in, but their defense stays so far back that Eldred can play any ball in, really into the final third without being offside. You can't allow that to happen.
And Eldred has a couple numbers back there, and it's going to go to midfield. And there's Rihanna Collins-Cox.
And when you look at Eldred's defensive work here, on the ball, they've come in support to the midfield, allow Eldred to pass it back when need be, able to send balls in. Ellenville's defense has just not supported their team as effectively as it could.
It's going to go out of bounds, and it'll go Eldred's way, so... "35 minutes to go in regulation, 5 minutes into the half, a throw-in for Eldred. And it's going to go out of bounds. Ellenville will now get the throw-in. Goes right to Eldred. Elevated ball. It's going to go right back to Eldred, and this could... Good block there by Ellenville. That really could have been disastrous. And there's a clear back out to Eldred's number 5, and Ellenville just going back and forth with this one. And Safara had that one, Safara Maldonado. And that's going to go out of bounds off of number 12 of Eldred, and Megan Wright will have the throw-in.
One other thing Ellenville definitely need to improve here is being first on the ball. It seems almost every time they've been second to the ball. That's not going to win you games. That's not going to really get you anything out of any result.
And Megan Wright went down.
Hi, Gabby.
Definitely a stronger challenge, but nothing that's going to go into the book.
Goes right to Eldred. They can clear this past midfield, and they will, and we'll go to Kinsey. But Eldred's going to come back on top of it. And it goes to midfield. Denman has the ball. Just going to kick it right past. There's a number there, but it'll go right to Eldred's defense, and they're going to kick it out of bounds as a clear. It'll go Ellenville's way.
That was a slightly better look from Ellenville, reorganizing, taking the time, set up a clear lane, but unfortunately Eldred's defense shutting it down before really any Ellenville chance could be created.
Nice clear to midfield for Eldred, and she gets around Collins-Cox. And
Good
could this
ball
be a
here.
chance? She's got to beat Megan Wright. Moves it back, and Kinsey with a good defensive play. And now she goes for the counterattack. She has it at midfield. It'll go to Charlotte Zielinski, to Lila Denman, back to Kinsey. She keeps it in, but it'll go right back to Eldred, and they clear it.
Again, Ellenville had better options there. They just had 3 players very compacted. Just they need to spread out a little bit more, and that'll create you so many more passing chances.
Kinsey keeps it in. It'll go right to Eldred nonetheless. And the goalkeeper for Eldred, first time we're mentioning that tonight, will keep it up. Or will keep it in.
Definitely, Ellenville's attacking play has just been non-existent. Goalkeeper definitely not being tested much at all.
Number 7. Number 7 for Eldred was getting double teamed on that one, trying to get around the defense. Free kick for Ellenville. Megan Wright will kick it.
Ellenville definitely look to have a different formation here, at least off the ball. Looking like they have 5 forwards. However, that leads 1 midfielder. Whether that's attacking and supporting role, or that's a defensive role, or possibly even a holding role. It's just very undermanned in midfield, and that's really where they struggled all game. And just having 1 extra defender is not going to change much at this pace.
Oh, and this is a wide open chance for number 12. Shot on net and it goes just wide. She gets tripped up. No whistle.
Strong challenge. Whether that got to the ball or not, tough to say.
But a good defensive play by Ellenville there.
Definitely. Well, it looked like it was shanked prior to being hit, possibly, unless it came off at the final minute. Very hard to say.
It'll be a goal kick for Ellenville with Megan Wright.
Substitutions for Ellenville and Eldred.
Rodriguez and Manolfi will go in. I think Charlotte Zielinski and Maybelline Morales will go off. And anyways, number 7 being tested. Or Zielinski's on
Eldred
the field.
with a good chance here.
Shot, and that goes right past Brusso for another one.
Definitely a good finish, just floating over the keeper. That's a lovely strike. But again, we have to look at this Ellenville defense. Again, hesitant on the ball, holding it. We've said this multiple times. I'm repeating the same thing, but they're just not changing anything. And changing the goalkeeper, obviously, is just not working.
I mean, if it's more of the same, what can you really do, right? Like,
at this point, there's nothing Ellenville can do. They can improve their play. They can maybe go on and score a goal, but they're not going to take anything away from this. The only thing they'll take away from this is a very slim margin of positives. They've had some good physical play defensively, but they just haven't done anything with winning that ball.
there's Manolfi getting a chance here.
Again, we see it. Decent looks from Ellenville's offense, so just unable to capitalize. And part of that due to good defending from Eldred, but just poor offense from Ellenville.
Kinsey will attempt to counterattack. A little bit of a miscommunication between her and Brusso. Ellenville had it at midfield, lost it, gains it back.
Good position here. They have to pass it.
You had a wide open number right there, and it'll go right. Oh, she gets it, though. Zielinski almost had a shot. Might have another one. It'll go out of bounds. Or will it? No, she'll keep it in, but it'll go out of bounds now off of a clear.
Zielinski with a lovely run in behind the Eldred defense, but again, just there's striker holding on to the ball when they had 3 defenders on them. They should have made that extra pass.
Yeah, too long on that one, and that could have easily, if the shot was right on the money, that could have been in the back of their net.
It could have been 7-1. Not like one goal is going to change anything, but that does deny Eldred of a clean sheet, which is always something. But at any stage, you'll be willing to take something away from this game.
Ellenville will get it back in the offensive zone. Eldred will try to play defense there.
Eldred a little shake on defense there. Just
Denman, and that'll go right to the keeper.
taking a shot from there with that lack of power. Definitely had better options. Worth a try, but you just...
And there's Eldred once again, number 6, and that'll go to Kinsey. Lucy Fernandez had it for a second. Kinsey will have it, and it'll go out of bounds, and it will go Ellenville's way. Right to Eldred, elevated ball once again. It'll go right back to Eldred, and there's Rodriguez, number 18 for Ellenville. It'll go right back to Eldred. They're going to get a clear past midfield. Kinsey lost it, and it'll go out of bounds, and it'll still be Ellenville's ball going their direction. Throw in there, and there's Rihanna Collins-Cox off of Zielinski's head, but it will stay Ellenville's ball there. Demon looking for a throw-in. Oh, no, it will be... Yeah, it was off of her head. It will be Eldred's.
Definitely a good block.
And there's Megan Wright trying to go for the clear. Goes to their offensive zone. There's a number there for Eldred. Whoa!
Good press from Ellenville. Unfortunate to knock him away with that ball.
And there's Kinsey. To Minolfi. Defensive number there for Eldred. They get a clear pass midfield. They have another number there. Getting it into their offensive zone. Kinsey's there, though.
Good clearance, but when you look at Ellenville's defense, just again, repeatedly, they had one defender there with maybe 2 coming in. You can't have that. You have to have a solid back line.
Whistle blown on the play.
Looks like a offsides here on Eldred. Definitely an impressive stat from Eldred, only looking like their first offsides here, maybe their second, which with the amount of counterattacking play they played so far is very impressive, making runs and passes just at the right time all the time.
Ball for Fernandez's foot, and it'll go back to midfield. Demon's going to keep it. It gets blocked, and it'll go right back to Eldred. Number 12 had it. They're going to pass it back to defense. And here is Fernandez. Finds Zielinski. Finds Rodriguez on the play, and Eldred, number 14, will get it to midfield. Gets it past Eldred. Gets past another defender. This could be a chance. 3-on-2. And
Well,
the goalie was out of position, but it'll go in the back of the net once again. Eldred scores.
Definitely. It's a good attack from Eldred, definitely. You can't take any credit away from that. That's a great attack. But Ellenville just keeper out of possession when they really shouldn't have been. That, you know, not to take credit away, but that the keeper should have had that. But Ellenville's defense just obviously part of a problem here, not pressing where they really needed to. But again, great finish from Eldred to make that a 8-0 game here.
Kick to Demon, and she's going to clear it out to the offensive zone, right to the Eldred's defense. They get a number, though. Kinsey is there. Kinsey.
Good attack from Ellenville. Good defending from Eldred, however. It looks like they've switched their tactic a bit. Long ball, trying to send it in, capitalizing off of 2 forwards here, trying to just wreak havoc. But so far, Eldred's defense, definitely the better of the 2 so far. Definitely, it's a step in the right direction for Ellenville, though, changing their tactic. Long ball. At this stage in the game, nothing's going to help them, but a long ball can definitely allow more chances. Teams like Leicester City obviously use it quite a bit, and it can be effective when well done, but at this stage of the game, it's just too late.
This could be another chance for Eldred. If they get around, then they do. And a good block there. Elevated ball that might roll out of bounds, and it will.
Ellenville's fullbacks just very compact to their center backs. It's been just a cluttered mess most of the time at the backfield. They just have to maintain a stretched out formation. Eldred have multiple forwards just completely unmarked at times, and that's why we've seen an 8-0 game.
Under 22 to go in regulation. Again, Eldred sitting with a record of 8-2-1 after this one. It'll be 9-2-1. Ellenville will have one more game in Eldred. Like I said, it is a home-and-home set, so these two teams will go against each other tomorrow, this time in Eldred. So, 21-23 to go in this one.
Eldred definitely... Thank you, Christian. Thank you. Yeah, Eldred definitely not bothered by coming all the way to Ellenville and showing up big on away soil. One thing you could argue is that definitely at home could be a better result on home field advantage. Especially with the atmosphere. It's been fairly dead here for pretty much the whole game. Been a few chances, but just hasn't been inspiring. You know, sometimes just small things like that can definitely inspire a team to improve their play, do better, and just have, even if it's just a minute effect, need to have a better atmosphere here.
We're approaching the halfway point of the second half. 20 minutes left in regulation. 8-0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. The ball's in midfield for Eldred, and they're going to kick it back to defense, and they will get it to the offensive zone. There's a plethora of numbers for Ellenville, though. Zielinski trying to get away from number 5 of Eldred, and she will, but she's being triple teamed on the play. She's trying to keep it in. She will. Kicks it out to 23. Find somebody there. Megan Wright, or excuse me, Rodriguez, number 18. Kick over there, and there's Eldred. Denman trying to find a pass.
Ellenville with a better look there. Zielinski definitely being quite physical in the play. Definitely a good run in. Now Eldred with the counterattack here.
And finds a wide open player. Out of position once again, the goalie. And it goes out of bounds.
Like I said before, changing the goalkeeper is not going to do anything. And when you change one position 2-3 times now, it's going to offset really the pace of the game. They're not going to be up to it, say, as if you just kept the starting goalkeeper in. It's been just a mess. Most of the time, it's not even been the goalkeeper's fault. Maybe 3 or 4 goals at this point. But half of these goals and chances have just been a poor defense. Again, as I restated.
And that one will go out of bounds. It'll go Ellenville's way.
Ellenville definitely have a much more attacking shape here. They have what seems to be 3 defenders and just an amalgamation in the final third, trying to get the ball, just trying to create a chance. At this point, 8-0 with, under 20 minutes. There's no chance in this game, realistically. So anything at all will hopefully help. But again, this just leaves Ellenville's defense wide open. No midfield where they just have to control that ball if they want to stop Eldred, which I just have not capitalized on all night.
Eldred at midfield now. We'll go back to Eldred. Finds a pass. May have been deflected. That one will go out of bounds. Eldred's way still out on Megan Wright.
If you look at this too, Eldred now kind of overloading Ellenville's defensive line. We've seen this all game. And now they're finally coming to it, but the wingers have to step back and cover their fullbacks if they want to be successful here right now. At this stage of the game, however, there's no changing it.
Throw in for Eldred, and it will go to Kinsey.
Good to cut out the throwing, though.
Goes to Zielinski, though. Finds Rodriguez. Maldonado back to Zielinski. He's looking for Demon on that one, but it'll go right to Eldred on their defense and found somebody in the zone, offensive zone. It'll go out of bounds. It'll go Ellenville's way. 17 minutes to go in this one.
Looks like Ellenville, again, slightly just altering their formation. Looks like now they have 4 defenders back, 2 center and 2 fullbacks. But, again, just continuing to change the formation is not going to help this team. If you look at the forwards, too, they're just so cluttered. There's no room for passing. There's only room for error. And we've really seen that whole game.
It will go right to midfield, though, for Denman. It'll go right back to Eldred, past midfield. A good block there by Fernandez, but then Eldred will elevate this one.
Beautiful long ball in, staying on side here.
Oh, this is a wide open chance. Out of position, but good save by Brusso, though.
Good sweeper keeping there, coming out just at the right time.
And Megan Wright deflects it off of the Eldred player, and it'll go their way, but there's another elevated kick for the Yellow Jackets, and Brusso
Need to control
it,
that ball.
but got it.
Dangerous play there.
Kicks it over to the Jesus. And Maldonado now. Back to Eldred, and they will get it past midfield.
It's just been back and forth of this part. Both teams definitely starting to create more attacking chances, but both defenses have stepped up. But
Look out, and there's Eldred at midfield. And this is a 2-on-1 with the Jesus. Double team on the fence now. There's a couple more numbers there for Eldred.
Eldred with a very good high press. Looks like one of their centers down. Gets back up. But Ellenville's defense is just sitting so low in the final third. You can't have a defense sit that far back, especially when you have no midfield, really. You gotta just have some sort of control in that backfield. And that's why we've seen Ellenville be overrun most of the time just by simple through balls and simple crosses, which have beat the defense, all while being onside. It's been very good attacking play from Eldred, but just very poor from Ellenville, which has been the story of this game.
That ball was elevated once again. It'll go out of bounds. And it'll be a throw-in for Eldred. A little bit past midfield, another elevated kick. This
Goalkeeper definitely out of position, needs to get back there, especially with no defense at all and an unmarked forward.
There's Rodriguez. Had it, now lost it. And this could be a chance. Megan Wright gets past it. It will go Ellenville's way.
Eldred player looks to be injured here. Physical play from Ellenville. Don't know if the keeper's going to go to his pocket. Don't think they will, but definitely a worry for the Eldred bench here.
Can you tell which number that is?
Nah, I have no clue. It looked like the injury came from the little push there. Whether what that did, yet to be determined, but definitely a worry for what it seems and looks like right now.
She gets back up. She's putting a lot of weight on that one leg. Number 6. Just being picked up. That does not look good. So number 6.
Definitely not.
Number 6 is Sydney Moscatello. Sorry, Moscatello. So all the best to her. Hopefully she's all right. 13:09 left to go in this one.
Hopefully, when you see an injury like that, especially from such little contact, from what it looks, definitely a worry possible, especially with the leg, maybe an ACL injury or something along that line. Definitely not a fun injury to have.
And it goes right back out on Eldred. Clock is resuming as we approach 13 minutes left in this one. Megan Wright with the throw-in. Back to Wright, and number 12 for Eldred had a chance there.
Good defending from Ellenville.
And a throw-in for Eldred. There'll be another throw-in for Eldred with 12 minutes left in this one.
The right side of Ellenville's pitch definitely overloaded. If they could get an open winger or forward onto that left side, they could definitely capitalize, considering Eldred only have 2 defenders so far. Definitely a chance for Ellenville, possibly just to grab something from this game.
11 and a half to go. It's going out of bounds. This time it'll be a throw-in for Ellenville.
Ellenville starting their counterattack.
It goes to midfield now for Grace Manalfi.
Error from Eldred. Again here, Ellenville maintained possession in dangerous area. And it's given away.
And there's a clear there
Sent back, and Eldred will have it.
at midfield. And
Dangerous
buffer up
area.
numbers.
Good defending from Ellenville to stop that attack. A throw-in for Eldred.
Just 10 minutes left to go in this one. And Eldred will get it a little bit past midfield. Zielinski on defense there, and she gets past her. Eldred will get it back. There's a couple of numbers there for Eldred, so they will kick it out to midfield, or past it. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be Ellenville ball here. Megan Wright with the throw-in.
Good, strong attacking play from Zielinski there for Ellenville, but again, just it looked like most of the forwards on the midfield was just kind of watching. They need to come in to support. You can't rely on one player to start an offense attack. especially against a well-organized defense, you gotta have support.
Slipped on the play, and it'll go out of bounds.
Ellenville's defense very compact. They have an open forward right on that line, whether they're offsides or not. Doesn't look it. Definitely dangerous. Ellenville need to cover that better, especially with a super exposed keeper right now.
And Eldred. Good clear there by Ellenville, but there's a number for Eldred. Eldred will get it up the field. And there are a couple numbers there. Ellenville has some defense there, though. There's Megan Wright passing it all the way over to... I think that's Denman, I think. But a good clear there by Eldred. Elevated ball to midfield for Angelina Rodriguez. Gets past the defender. And there's another clear for Eldred.
Ellenville's defense definitely looks a bit more competent here, but their offensive play needs to have some sort of just support and change to it. They want to even come away with one goal here.
Rodriguez goes to Morales to Manolfi.
Eldred, however, looking a little tense there in that situation. Poor clearance.
We get the clear there to Megan Wright. It'll go to midfield for Eldred, though.
Ellenville player, they need to come back here. They have a super exposed defense here, but they do. And we do see good defending.
Midfield. It'll go out of bounds.
Definitely better support from Ellenville here, from their midfield to their defense. Finally seeing some sort of product come out of it.
This could be a chance for Eldred.
Open
pass
player.
Across. And it goes just wide.
Ellenville super lucky to get away with that. Open, unmarked player. Right in front of the goal. Keeper was not on it. Very lucky not to have it a 9-goal deficit here.
Six minutes to go. Fernandez had it. She lost it. Eldred will get it in their own third, their offensive third. Ball will go to midfield. Denman there. And there's Kinsey. Kinsey there again. The ball's in midfield now, so there's a couple of numbers there for Ellenville, but Eldred will have it. They lost it again. 14 is there. Oh, and Kinsey.
Definitely a foul there. Just caught the leg trying to win the ball there. Referee just going to issue a warning, not going to his pocket.
Kinsey's down. 4:53. Kinsey's still down. Putting a lot of pressure on those legs. She will get up.
Looks like she'll continue, which is a good sign.
Ball goes out of bounds.
Ellenville, their defense, again, I know I said this before, they have to support their midfield and their forwards. Instead of being forced to dribble back under pressure, where Eldred are going to win a throw-in here, you got to have a supporting back line that can allow you to make a back pass and just clear up the play just a little bit.
Ball's at midfield right now, controlled by Ellenville. Mindolfi, just a plethora of Ellenville players there, cluttered together. Kinsey at midfield trying to get around. Looking for somebody to pass to. She'll find Denman. Wright was trying to go for the ball, couldn't quite get there.
When you look at Ellenville's offense here, it's all on that right side. And Eldred just have been able to capitalize on that. They've been able to use their center and fullbacks really just on that left side. They don't have to worry about the right flank that much, as really no one's attacking it. And again, that's just allowing Eldred to have a really solid defense. A little shaky at times, but obviously able to maintain a clean sheet as it stands so far. So
under 3 minutes to go in this one. A throw in for Eldred. I would like to keep in mind Ellenville's last game is tomorrow in Eldred, and there's another goalie change now as Cassie Boyd will go in. Their third goalie change of the night.
again, it's just not helping their case at all. It's not going to help morale. It's not going to help anything. It's just throwing somebody into a goalkeeping position is a tough thing, and especially so late in the game when it doesn't even matter. When honestly, the keeper probably should just never have come off. It's just been an amalgamation of changes and substitutions that just obviously have not worked.
Time still ticking. We're awaiting the throw in. And there it is.
Good throwing from
Eldred.
Eldred. Chance here.
Oh, she whipped on it, and then she gets in the back of the net right away.
Again, as we see it, it seems every single time Ellenville changed their goalkeeper, there's a goal conceded no longer than 1 to 2 minutes after. It's a good finish, and definitely good pressing and offensive play from Eldred. But it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Changing a goalkeeper that many times is never going to work.
So Eldred has 2 more games after this, the second of the home-and-home set between these two teams tomorrow in Eldred, and then on Thursday against SS Seward in Florida, New York. Yeah, not the state Florida. And there's Kinsey. The timer stopped at 2 minutes. It is 9-0 in favor of the visiting Yellow Jackets. Again, these two teams will face off in Eldred tomorrow, and Eldred will come away with a win in this one. The game's not officially over, but Eldred will walk out of Ellenville with a record of 9-2-1. Ellenville trying to bounce back tomorrow.
And if you imagine Ellenville keep playing like this and Eldred play like this, although there's definitely going to be changes to the lineup, you can't start your starters 2 games in a row. That's asking for an injury and asking for a poor performance. But Eldred definitely going to go in his favorites. But you never know.
That's why the game is played.
That is one of the great things about the beautiful game. You can go any way, anytime.
There's a block there.
However, we definitely seen the favorites go into this with a commanding 9-0 lead.
And that'll bring them even more motivation as these two teams will go against each other tomorrow, this time in Eldred, so Eldred will have the home field advantage.
Definitely. Eldred's morale is going to be way higher. Ellenville, you have to look at what can be done to really improve from this performance, both mentally and physically. There's got to be a lot of work to be done, which is very hard when you have 2 games back-to-back. But something has to be done to avoid this kind of a game from ever happening again.
A good save there by Eldred's goalie.
Definitely a routine save. Haven't seen too much of her this game.
There's a clear out to midfield. There's Fernandez. And that's going to be it. The final score, 9-0 in favor of the visiting Yellow Jackets on senior night in Ellenville, New York. Eldred, once again, coming away with the win. You'll see the handshakes here.
What would you take away from that game, Jack?
Pretty much everything you said. I mean, Ellenville knows what they need to work on. Eldred knows what's worked tonight, and that's what they have to do tomorrow.
Definitely. Ellenville know that they're going to have to change a lot going in the next game. Their lineup is going to be changed heavily. So is Eldred's, probably. Again, you just can't start the same players 2 games back-to-back in a sport where you run around for 40 minutes 2 times in a row. But definitely, Eldred going in, strong favorites, 9-0 win. And Ellenville definitely know that a lot of work is to be done here.
Yes, again, it's their final game of the season. And speaking of final, as I mentioned earlier, the Capital Project is under construction right now, but it'll take its effects to the track this spring, which means that obviously there are no more games here in this tower, and obviously nothing goes on in the winter, which means that tonight is the final ever game in this tower. This tower has been in place for as old as time, and in 2027, when all the sports are back here,
Definitely a big time of change for Ellenville athletics. Of course,
Yes.
it had to be when we graduate, but you know
Yeah.
what? At least the newer generations can enjoy some extra quality, which we do not have right now. Which is good in time, definitely.
So, again, this is the end of an era here in Ellenville. This tower will be no more. There will be a turf field, and there will be a new press box up on top of the new bleachers. So, you can say you're a part of history, Mr. Hayden.
Yes, history, one of my many likings.
Yeah.
Very happy to be a part of it. And, yeah.
And we were happy to have you a part of this broadcasting crew for the boys' senior night game on Friday night and the girls' senior night game tonight. So that is going to be that for tonight. You just saw the handshakes, along with our fantastic crew working the cameras tonight, alongside my broadcasting partner for these 2 games, Mr. Hayden Budd. This is Jack Henry saying
Pleasure.
so long from Ellenville, and for the final time in this tower, you have been watching Varsity Girls Soccer on the Ellenville Central School District YouTube channel. Again, final score 9-0 in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah!
Go Eldred!